Mic check. I came in his name, I'm saved by his grace. By his grace, boys and girls. I came in his name, I'm saved by his grace. 2,000 years ago, he died on a cross so he could show you how to live your life without sin and without lies. The devil took him on a mountain top and offered him every kingdom, and he would not stop. He said, "Son of man, worship me. Come over, bend your knee." I said, I came in his name. I'm saved by his grace. Surrounded himself with 12 good men. Disciples is what we call them. There was Matthew, Mark, Luke and John, and they told the story after he was gone, how he was born and raised. It only took 3 days. In his name we are saved, but only by his grace. I came in his name. I'm saved by his grace. By his grace. Good evening, Anna Souza. Yes. That goes out to all you natural girls. Are you whistling at, Daft Dog? On the day you were born, God looked down at the place you lay. He took a deep breath and he blew those clouds, blew them away. And heaven and earth he built, it took him just 6 days. Took him twice as long to make that smile for your beautiful face. I said, 'cause you're a natural girl. Girl. A natural girl. Sent a letter to Cadbury's, they made a recipe for your eyes. Took the twinkles from the stars, placed them inside both your eyes. For me, for me, for me, for me. 'Cause you're a natural girl. A natural girl. I'll work for days and toil for hours and hours just to pay for your dress or your wedding flowers, and your dress will be made from the finest silk threads. It will fluster the priest and turn every man's head as you grace the aisle, those curves and that smile, that smile. 'Cause you're a natural girl. We're natural girls. And your veil will be handmade by nymphs. They blushed at your beauty when they caught a glimpse of your legs, your arms, your feminine charms, those charms. 'Cause you are a natural girl. Tra la 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 la. So I'll send a message to my father up above and tell him I found this girl, the 'cause you're a natural girl. Tra-la-la-la-la. Oh, yeah. I climb the walls and climb by the highest steeple. At the top of my voice I'll sing to all the people. I found this girl. I love the one from above and below. 'Cause you're a natural girl. An actual girl. I write your name on Venus, Jupiter, Mars. You look up at night, you'll see your name is written in the stars. 'Cause you're a natural, actual girl. Hello Trini, hello Tim. Hello Debbie Webby. Music, dipstick. What are you chewing up there? What is that? What are you doing? Don't you look naughty? What you done? What are you doing? What is that? You're chewing at something, Marley. What is it? Yeah. Oh, it's a leaf. I'll let you off. It's a leaf. Was it in your ear? Did you drag it in from Murphy's? Okay, I'll let you off. Alley up. Alley up. Go and lay down. Come on. Ta. Good boy. What are you chewing at now? Is that a leaf again, isn't it? I remember when I lost my mind. Something so pleasant about that place. Even your emotions have an echo. Oh, I've done it right. Even your emotions have an echo. So much space. E flat, Peter. When you're out there. Without a care. Wasn't because I didn't know enough. I just knew too much. Does that make me crazy? Does that make me crazy? Does that make me crazy? Possibly. Cause he loved you and me. Come on now, who do you think you are? I said bless your soul. You really think that you're in control? Crazy, I think you're crazy. I think you're crazy, just like me. I've sung it backwards, that's why. I'm looking at the wrong verse. Oh, you done right. Where should it be now? When you're out there without a care, I crazy, probably. But dink. Messed it up. I was reading the music from the bottom up. Derp. Last night I dreamt of St. Pedro, just like I'd never gone. I knew the song. The young girl with her eyes like the desert. Ah, it all seems like yesterday, not far away. The tropical, the island breeze, all of nature's wild and free. This is where I long to be, like Isla Bonita. And as December played, the sun would set so high, and through my ears and sting my eyes, my Spanish lullaby. I fell in love with San Pedro. Warm wind carried on the sea, calls to me. Tia, tia, ti amo. I prayed the days would last, they went so fast. The tropical, the island breeze, all of nature's wild and free. This is where I long to be, la Isla Bonita. And as December played, the sun would set so high, ring through my ears, then sting my eyes, my Spanish lullaby. I want to be where the sun warms the sky, when it's time for siesta and watch them go by. Beautiful faces, no cares in the world, where a girl loves a boy and a boy loves a girl. I fell in love with San Pedro. Warm wind carried on the sea, he calls to me. Tropical, the island breeze, all of nature's wild and free. This is where I long to be, la Isla Bonita. Go on then, let's sing one for the Heavenly Father. This one goes out to God. You can run on for a long time, run on for a long time, run on for a long time, but sooner or later God'll cut, it's gonna cut you down. Go tell the long-tongued liar, go and tell that midnight rider, until the rambler, the gambler, the backbiter. I said tell him that God's gonna cut, it's gonna cut you down. Well, goodness gracious, let me tell you the news. My head's been wet by the midnight dew. I've been down on bended knee, talking to the man from Galilee. He spoke to me with a voice so sweet, swear I hit the shuffle of an angel's feet. He called my name and my heart stood still. He said, Punch, go do my will. Go till the long-tongued light, go till the midnight rider, until the gambler, the backbiter. I said, tell him that God's gonna cut, he's gonna cut you down. I said, tell him that God's gonna cut, he's gonna cut you down. Well, you can throw your rock, hide your hand, working in the dark against your fellow man. Sure as God, you're black and white, done in the dark will be brought into the light. Run on for a long time, run on for a long time. I said, run on for a long time, but sooner or later, but dang it, but sooner or later God'll cut, he's gonna cut you down. It's the last verse. Sorry, Father. I said sooner or later God'll cut, he's gonna cut you down. He's gonna cut you down. Let me get the doggy a biscuit. I'll be right back. Someone wants a biscuit. Out that position. Well, how can I be lagging already? Shut up, YouTube. This is 3 nights running you doing this. Biscuit, Misty. There you go. You're happy now? Now you got a biscuit. There you go. Oh, me aching legs. 2 walks again today, eh, Marley? 2. We saw a woman. She was like, "You've lost 5 stone." She was bang on, actually. I was about, I've lost about 5 stone. She went, "Where's your hair gone?" I cut it off. Did you not recognise me? No one recognises me anymore. It's your fault, Rach. I never should have made that stupid bet with you. Oh, there we go. The widget thing's gone. Close the music window. Let's bring that one down. This one up and across. And then we can see you all. There we go. Good afternoon, good morning, good evening. Wherever you live upon the flat motionless plane in this realm, kingdom, whatever you want to call it, Middle Earth. God left us a breadcrumb trail back to him. If you've got eyes that see and ears that listen to this. Men have got bigger faces. It's a visual thing, look. Men have got bigger skulls. Women might have a bigger 5-head instead of a 4-head, but men have got wider faces. The triangle on the left is bigger than the triangle you get on the right because the woman's face is pushed downwards. Men have far apart rectangular eyes with a big bridge in the nose. Women have a rounded, closer eyes, open eye sockets, bigger nose, bigger teeth, wider dental arch to match the far apart eyes, and a square jaw to match the two. Where have you put my skulls? There they are. And there they are. Male versus female. Once you get used to seeing these skulls, you apply it to people in real life. Excerpts of copyright material may, under certain circumstances, be quoted verbatim for purposes such as criticism, news report, teaching and research without the need for formal payment to a copyright holder. To the noddy holder. There we go. Say hello to you all. Who was first in? Carrie came second. Welcome to the show. Judy came third. Luke, how you doing, mate? Many blessings to all of you, by the way. Tim, I already said hello to. Debbie Webby. Hello, Debbie Webby. Debbie Webby. Oh, come on, YouTube. YouTube's not receiving enough information. Lies! I've got 1 gigabyte internet. How's that possible, YouTube? That's weird. Why can't I see the rest of that screen anymore? Oh, that's weird. Wait. I still can't see it. Open the widget. Alley up, Marley. Go and lay down, you divvy. Get off. Oh, you tart. You had to die on me, don't you? Why'd you have to be like that, spaniel? Right. Wow. I can't see the stream. Why can't I see that stream? Oh, that's why. Stream settings isn't there. That's it. Now I can see the stream. Right. Will you stop licking at me, you tart? I love you too. You know what time it is? It's not dog's work, is it? We've done that twice today. You used to get it once a day, now I'm doing it twice a day, and you're still hassling me at God's time. Hey. If you didn't look like a baby seal, he's so gorgeous. Right, get off. Putting me off. I said hello to Trini. Hello, Trini. How you doing? Nooch 5 Lover. I don't know what that means. What's a Nooch? What's a Nooch 5? Is it a band? Tyson Fury. I've already done it. It's in boxes. Well, it should be. I couldn't find boxes last night. I searched for boxes. It won't search for it. Even though I know I've done it. It's in one of the first videos that I did. So just go backwards on the list. I've just pressed oldest videos first. Where are we? Susanna. Hello, Susanna. I didn't see you come in. Alpha. How are you doing? Ali, welcome to the show. I'm not good, man. You're late. What time do you call this? Half an hour late. Huh? I'll be giving you an A- instead of an A+. I'm joking. Fabru, son of man, Caesar Milan, dog trainer guy. Yeah, I've definitely done Caesar, but I ain't got a video for her yet. I don't think I've done the video yet. Right. Have you given any thought to who you want to investigate after you run out of super famous people? Well, it took me 6 years to do 20,000 memes. I'm guessing it's going to take another 6 years to do 20,000 videos. No, I ain't give it a thought. Well, there's no one else. Why would I bother? There's any celebrities. After that, you just follow the money. It's that simple. You just follow the money and you'll find them. Simple. That's it. We're done. Alright, Caesar Milan. I don't think I've done Caesar Milan. 1 second. Let me make that window the right size again. Over to here. Don't you touch me, Caesar Milan. You nosy dog. Look, you got your head on the A keyboard and that now. Stop it. There we go. Caesar Milan, found it. I don't think I've done Caesar Milan. CM33 father. 33 in the old gematria. Where are we? Bring. No, that's desktop. Think. Wrong one. Open again. Files. H is file. Bosch. Search Caesar Milan. Paste. Away it goes. What's it? Searches for Caesar. We'll double check we haven't already done her. I don't think I have. Well, why is it not searching? I didn't press it. Oh, this mouse and keyboard. No, she's not on the list. So let's do Caesar Milan. Images. She's got a real small face there. Images. Mouse. There we go. Does that look like a block or an egg? Small dentures, closer eyes, flat forehead, very small face look. Tiny dental arch, turkey teeth of course. She's quite good at what she does, I'll give you that. She's getting on invisible motorbike, look. Another one. Mid-step. That's what we're looking for right there. She's not paying attention, neither's this one, look. Both of them. This one's in full mince, look, with a knee and foot looking out towards 8 o'clock and 4 o'clock. And so's this one. But this one's going from flamingo. The heel has already lifted off the floor, look, which is what we call flamingo foot. This one's just about to go into flamingo. And it'll create that diamond shape there, look, in this set, in this pattern. It's still there anyway. It's just the diamonds turned sideways rather than full view. Cesar Millan. She's got a small face. She's an FTM. That dog looks really happy. That dog looks like it's smiling. Again, small features. The face is pushed downwards, look. It's not spread. There's a spread face right there. Look at the size of that head. Where do you want to go with that? Queen Latifah, as I like to call him, King Latifah. He's got big Tifa, and Caesar's got little Tifa. That's the real Queen Latifah. King Big Tifa. I've got a great picture of Cesar Millan walking down a sidewalk somewhere. I use it as a training meme. It's such a good step. There's a nice one. Explain to me why Cesar Millan walks with his arms akimbo to the body. He's got a small body, look. Apparently this woman, and I use the term loosely, is way bigger than Caesar. Caesar's only a little man. You don't see that very often though, do you? A little man. And my mate Scott the Rhodes is a little man, but he's a man, you know. That's that one. Oh, there's a nice one. I don't know who the big tall bitch is there. Is that Vince Vaughn? I don't know who it is, but look at that mince. It could well be Vince Vaughn. I'm out of pictures. Cesar Millan walking. This dog is laid upside down on me. Well, he was. He heard the word dog and then looked at me. Today, literally in front of him were 3 squirrels. He didn't see one of them. Not one of them. I'm like, he's almost blind. Wait till he realises there's squirrels. He's 2 years old and he still hasn't seen one. And we've seen loads of them. He just don't see them. There's a nice one. Cesar Millan full mince again. Cesar Millan again with diamond from Flamingo. Full mince again. Is that from Flamingo? That is from Flamingo. Broken leg. Cesar Millan. The Dog Whisperer, apparently. But it's a TV show. It's televisual programming. They're telling you lies visually and programming you. The truth is out there for those of you that pay attention. Oh, I forgot to tell you when I was walking while at dinner. So this woman, she's a barrister. I started asking her, how much do you know about forensics and stuff? We started talking. She said she had Scamvid 3 times. I giggled and she didn't like it, but I was like, I've never worn a mask. I'm not jibby jabbed. I've never had it. You're lucky. Oh my gosh, I'm lucky. I'm lucky. But we got onto forensics. Well, we didn't. We kind of did. But she was already trying to split it before she already admitted she didn't know anything about biology. But then she wanted to split hairs with me about the gates before I even started. All I said was, forensics can tell if you're a man or woman by the footprints you leave. Forensically. And there's court cases on it. Go look it up. There's court cases on people getting caught. Because they knew it was male or female, and then they found the trainer or the shoe that was left the footprint. But I said, well, if you want to argue there's more than 2 skeletons, and being the barrister that she is, because she said she's quit now, she's not a barrister anymore, but she used to be a barrister. And I was like, so there's only 2 skeletons. She went, of course there is. J.K. Rowling's my hero. And I just straight away went, yeah, but it's a man. She went, no, it isn't. I went, yes, it is. It's a man. You haven't even let me explain forensics or biology to you yet, and you're already telling me I'm wrong without an ounce of forensic knowledge. You're telling me I'm wrong. J.K. Rowling is a woman. It only takes one. I'll tell you what I should have told her to do. J.K. Rowling cigar. J.K. Rowling philanthropist. It's a dude. It's a big old dude who smokes Havana cigars. This picture here, I mean, you can tell me all you like that women smoke cigars and smoke pipes. They do when they're acting. J.K. Rowling, look at them cheekbones. It's a dude. I'm not doing J.K. Rowling, I'm on Cesar Millan. I can tell just by the way someone walks, whether they're a man or a woman. She was trying to tell me because she tried to walk like her father, big strides, it makes her walk like a man. And I was like, no, you either walk straight-legged or you walk crooked legs because you give birth. There's only 2 options because there's only 2 skeletons. But when I said J.K. Rowling was a man the second time, she stormed off. It was a funny moment. But the best part of it was, her dog wouldn't leave me alone. Junie followed me right across. I kept stopping and she kept shouting it. And it wasn't listening to her. And I kept walking up and it still kept following me. In the end, she had to come right back to me about 100 metres because I'd walked ages across the park telling Junie to go back. And when she got close, she went, you can tell she's a girl. She never listens. I went, no, I can tell she's a girl because she likes the truth, don't you, Junie? She just seen her face. Jesus met me playful. We're done. Cesar Millan is a tart, a woman, walks like a bitch because she is a bitch. Why is all these pictures of dog? There's a load of bondage gear. Cesar Millan. Squashy face, oh squashy face. What are they feeding you? You look like a flat earther. He used to call himself Turtle. Little FTM, wasn't you? That explains your hairdresser voice. Again. Where are we? There. Oh, Snoop Doggy doing double devil horns. What are the chances of that, folks? Shut up, I've got Cesar Millan. It says it's not there. Have I spelled Caesar wrong? I bet I have. Caesar. Just put Milan in there. Right, let's get rid of Cesar Millan. Let's put another one up there. Cesar Millan fails forensics. Go back up the list. Who's next that I can see? Somewhere around here. Gary Coleman. Yeah, that's a request. Gary Coleman. What you talking about, Liz? Coleman. Son of Man Code. But there is no Jesus. Jesus is the devil, they say. Yeah. Kiss my ass. This is the devil. You're the devil in disguise. Jesus ain't the devil in disguise. The devil doesn't tell the truth. Neither do these people. Gary Coleman. Let me just cut out Cesar Millan for this channel. Paste. Cesar Millan. Oh, I didn't cut it out properly. That was nearly a bad edit. Create. Right, Cesar Millan, upload. Back to this one. Did you find Milan in the back file? You should have found Milan, surely. As if it doesn't find Milan, even though I spelled Caesar wrong. And you're still not finding it. You're right. You're winding me up. I'm in the right file. I am in the right file. How is Cesar Milan not there? I know I've done it. Search Mill. That should find it. Miles Kane, Milika Djokovic, Millie Bright, Mila Todovic. Well, that's mental. How is that not coming up? Millie Bobby Brown. I know I've done the doggy whispery. There he is. What did I spell wrong? Well, that was alright. I spelled it perfect and it said it's not there. That's bull. That is absolute bull. Why didn't you find that on the first search? There's a ghost in my machine. Cesar Milan. Tweet. Thanks for playing CSI with us all, Caesar. Let's go back to this one. Gary Coleman. What you talking about, Willis? Can you imagine doing this to a little girl and then putting her on TV all her life? Have you ever seen a video where she became a security guard? She spent all the millions, lost all the millions, had all the millions stolen by big ginger fucking honey monster. Look at it! What do you mean I can't tell by looking? You can't tell whilst they've still got the skin on what skeleton they've got underneath. Can I not? Not by the distance in the eyes or the dental arch. It's a joke. It really is. Is that his wife? Gary Coleman's ex-wife failed a polygraph question about his death. Oh, they're saying he did the dirty. Is that what they're saying? I've got to be honest with you. Bumping uglies with that one would probably be enough to give Gary Coleman a heart attack, wouldn't you think? Did she die in the bedroom? Was the last thing she said was orange? All I can see is orange. Stop lagging. It's lagging me. Twitter. Not Twitter. YouTube. You better stop YouTube. Oh, look. It won't even give me the pictures. Tossers. I said, hello, Dolly. Well, hello, Dolly. There's hardly any pictures of Gary Coleman. I didn't see a single gate. Did anyone see a gate? I didn't see a gate. Let's go walking real quick. I'll give you a skull check in a second. There's one. She seems to be mincing with her arms akimbo. So does this one. They're all mincing. That might be one of the only gates on Gary Coleman, as I recall. Did I put your name in the back file, Gary? Nope. Coleman should find you. Jibby always used to sing the theme tune to it. 'Cause the world don't move to the beat of just one drum. What might be right for you may not be right for some. Different strokes. Well, these are different strokes, that's for sure. Gary Coleman, 2 gates. Okay, that's one of them. There's another one in a corridor somewhere. But can I Eckers like see it? Let me just post Gary Coleman up here. 'Cause the world don't move to the beat of just one drum. What might be right for you may not be right for some. Gary Coleman. Gary Coleman. GC 37s in the old Shimantria. There we go, up there. Back to Gary Coleman. There's only 2 gates. That one, there's another one in a corridor somewhere. Actually, I'll be better off showing you it off on that meme. Where are we? Take me home. My home. Oh, there it was. Dang it, never mind. There. There's 2 gates. That's the one we've seen, and that's the one. That's the perfect mince right there. Look at that mince. With her arms to the elbow, look, akimbo on each side. It's the same way they run. The way Shaggy runs in Scooby-Dooby-Doo. Cause the world don't move to the beat of just one drum. Gary Coleman is a small African woman, apparently. I just think all of this, dwarfism, everything I know as an affliction on humans is caused by Satan. That's my only answer. It really is. For those of you that don't believe in Satan, shame on you for not realising you've been hoodwinked, fooled. Take it from me, I used to be a magician, a close-up magician, and I'm telling you now, you've been fooled on a major scale. Gary Coleman is a woman. Thanks for playing CSI with me. Gary, next. Cause the world don't move to the beat of just one drum. Do may not be right for some. Right, where am I? Here. Gary Coleman. Kendrick Lamar. I don't even know who that is. Not famous enough. Jackson Galaxy. Never heard of it. Not happening. Lil Wayne. I've heard of Lil Wayne. Jackson Galaxy's got me attention though. Just the name. I've got to have a look just from the name. Jackson Galaxy. Oh my gosh. What do you mean I can't tell by looking? What do you mean me, can't tell by looking? What do you mean I can't tell by looking? I've had to say this a few times now.
I've had to say this a few times now, but this is the final time that I will say this. Shut up about my head. It is normal. It is a nice head. It does not...
It does not look like a sodding Tic Tac. Oh, but it does. Oh, but it does. Go on then, Jackson Galaxy. I'll let it roll. I'll let it roll, Shrini. I don't know who this is. Apparently, how many pictures has she got? They're mostly of cats, look. She's not got many. She's not famous. There's not a single gate there. But look what a caricature is. You gotta be kidding me. I can't tell by looking. Are you sure about that? Because the last time I started looking at people, I could tell. That's an egghead final answer. Jackson Galaxy. The name is just totally flip-flop, isn't it? It is. My name is LaQuisha Sunrise. Well, the pussy girl here, oh my gosh, it's Andrew Tate's been in a vice. Andrew Tate got his head stuck in the bus doors. Separated a bit. He's you know what? It's not the Tate twins. It's the Tate triplets. This one got left in the hospital. I'm telling you. Right, anyway. The pussy woman has got a pussy. There's no ding dong between her legs. And what is this? What is this scrag? When's the last time you grew a beard like that, Peter? Never! That's right, because I'm a fucking fella. And my head doesn't look like that, mate. FTM, right? FTM. Real man. Look, my eyes are spread across my face with a short forehead. Massive head, look. Huge head. Huge jaw, wide mouth. Look. Can't tell by looking. Are you sure? Are you sure I can't tell by looking? Anyway, there are no gates for Jackson Galaxy, which is a shame because I know she's a mincer. I can tell by the shape of her head. Reminds me of that movie, Coneheads. Very cone-like. Look at this. Real men love cats. Do you know what I'm getting? I'm getting Darren Nesbitt vibes from Flat Earth. I'm getting Darren Nesbitt vibes. Oh my gosh. What man keeps his beard like that? A real man's got bits of food in there and everything. Oh gosh, Fuzzy Wuzzy was a woman. FTM right there. I don't know who that is. Oh, Timothy Almond Sun. Yet again, the Sun and Man code. I don't know how to express it enough to you. Why do they mock the Son of Man? Right? It's Jesus. End of the day. You can call him the devil. I don't give a crap, right? Told you, God's going to have to tell me none of this is real. As far as I'm concerned, God did do this for me. He sent his only one and begotten Son to die for all men and women for the mistakes that we were going to make because of flip-flops like this. Women with beards. He sent his one and begotten Son. And that's why these people mock it. This is why they celebrate number 33. Because that's the year they killed him at. I'm not sorry that I know these things. I'm not. And I certainly won't be quiet about my Heavenly Father. Not for no one. Oh my gosh, that is just... That one looks like... Who's that one who does the magnets on YouTube? You know what I mean? She got a voice like this. Very strange voice. IQ of 160, something they say. Was going to give free power Tesla technology to the world. Still haven't done it. What am I? I'm 6 years on. 6 years. Oh my gosh, that beard. Shut up. We're 6 years on and they still don't give you free technology, the Tesla power that she's talking about with the magnets. That's what it reminds me of. That. Oh, look at those soft, enigmatic shoulders and arms. It reminds me of him. Whatever they call it. There's no walking pictures. I'm wasting my life. I'm done. It was worth coming just for that laugh, though. Next, right. I can't say this enough. If I skip over your request, it's because they're not famous, right? It's for that reason there. I might have giggled at that face, but I can't do an investigation, and I'm not making a video on it. Right, let's find another one. Kendrick Lamar, I don't know who that is. Jackson Galaxy, David Copperfield, Magician. That's a good choice. David Copperfield. That is a good choice, Trin. Of course, being a magician for 20 odd years of my life, and I do miss it. Making, oh my gosh, Albert's getting covered up. Move, Marley. Damn thing. Gobshite. Yes, you. Look at you. All fluffed up. Night, night, Albie. See you in the morning. Right. I'm back. That's the beardie. Shut up. Right, David Copperfield. Why is that wet there? Have you got wet on you? Oh, that's okay. Let me take that name, put it in my back file. Paste. That's better. I can hear myself think now. All day long, that's all she does is in my ear. Alright. Searching Copperfield. Back. So as I was saying, for 20 years of my life, maybe longer, I met... It's really... I thought I hadn't had it... I might have mentioned this before a long, long time ago, maybe once. Yeah. There was a... And he looks like... Strangely enough, he looks a bit like Copperfield, the person I'm thinking about. I was... when Jodie was pregnant with Horatio, we ended up in London. And we ended up in a magic shop. There's a... what's it called? Dayton's or Day... Oh, I can't remember. Darley's. I don't remember. But there's a magic shop underground in the YouTube, in the tube train bits, in the station. There's actually a magic shop down there in London, and when we walked in, like most magic shops, even though it's really prestigious, there was absolutely nobody in there. Apart from me and Jodie, I think. As I recall, yeah. I started buying sponges and stuff. And all of a sudden, stood next to me, out of nowhere, bearing in mind, I recognised the person straight away. Jodie didn't. But I did. I recognised her straight away. No, why ain't she coming up? Max Magic Magician. Well, I can't believe it. Max Magic's not coming up. Look at this magician, Stephen Mulhern. The reason I can't get on television is because of women. I've got to have a big forehead look with Mickey Mouse ears showing at the sides because women are widest in the foreheads. I've got to have a squashed down face, arching eyebrows with no brow bone, soft, shiny, estrogen-filled eyes, tiny high set ears and pink lips and no jawbone, pointed chin. I have to have all those markers to get on television. He looks like, don't you see Robert Palmer there? Looks like Robert Palmer, doesn't it? All of a sudden. I can't believe Max Magic's not coming up. Max Magic. Max Magic. Ah, there's an I in there. Maybe that's what's doing it. Max Magic Magician. And it's still not finding Max Magic in the UK. No. Oh, there he is. Right there. One picture. There again. Bearing in mind, I met this person close up. I didn't know anything like I know now. Straight away, he's got no brow bone in the corner of his eyes. That's the first thing I'm noticing. No earlobe. I keep noticing this as well. Small mouth. Soft subcutaneous layers of fat around the jawbone, look. I don't see a trachea or Adam's apple. That's oh, we're done. Oh, Jodie, if you're listening, you was kissed on the hand by a woman. Look. Max Magic was stood next to me in the magic shop, and I was like, oh, you're Max Magic. He was like, oh, yes, I am. Doing it back. And I said, this is my wife. She's having my baby, look. And he went, enchanté, in a French accent, and he took her by the hand, and he was he didn't kiss you, did he, Jodie? I take that back. Max Magic did not kiss Jodie. What she did was, he looked like he was going to kiss her on the hand, like you do in the French, enchanté, and instead of kissing her, he kissed his own arm, his hand, and went up his own arm to the elbow, kissing himself. It did make us both laugh. She was funny. She made me laugh, I've got to admit. But Max Magic, dial M for Masons. There's not many pictures of her though. You stand like a girl. Who's that? That's an old one. I don't know, but look at that 5 head. Straight away. He's got the big eyes, look. He's got small, close-set eyes. She's got a short forehead underneath that bouffant. And then Count Duckula over here. Yeah, well, that was my story about Max Magic in Davenports. That's what it's called, Davenports. I'm seeing George Clooney a little bit. I'm also seeing Tony Tucker out the Essex Boys. Copperfield. Let's do Copperfield. Not the old English David Copperfield. That's Bob Hoskins, isn't it? She had a deep voice, didn't she, Bob? David Copperfield. Really bushy eyebrows for a woman, hasn't she? They squared off the jaw, but they couldn't do anything with the skull. Look, the skull bellows outwards. You can see it here, look. And you can see it there. These are the Mickey Mouse ears. When it's front on, you get that beautiful M because of the widow's peak and because of the shape here, the Mickey Mouse ears. Copperfield. Is that one of his girlfriends? Let's have a look at him. He's got a big, strong neck, hasn't he? So's that one. Oh, didn't he date Claudia Schiffer, this one? Copperfield, he did. He did date Claudia. Right, let's do a skull check for you. David Copperfield, magician. That's better. Now we've narrowed down the pictures. Let's go chasing Copperfield. Even the artists lot have given Mickey Mouse ears, look, because she's widest in the hairline. I don't know how many times I have to show you that the woman's head bellows outwards. The man's draws inwards. The woman's bellows outwards, giving her those beautiful Mickey Mouse ears. And that's exactly what I'm seeing there in the cartoon. Because that's what the cartoonist saw. He drew Mickey Mouse widest in the hairline. Look at them pink lips. I can only give you the indicators, guys. You've got to learn to do this for yourself, so nobody else can deceive you. Just remember, the devil deceiveth the whole world. Even these people are deceived by him. I don't know why they think it's a good thing. Because in the end, deception's going to come at the last straw, innit? It's the devil. David Copperfield, DC, Devil's Child, in the initials. Wow, don't lag me. Why are you lagging me? There we go. I don't know why it started lagging me again. It hasn't done this for about a year, has it? Or longer. Maybe longer. Right, Copperfield, DC, Devil's Child, in the initials. She also dated Claudia Schiffer, who's got a penis, and I've shown you it. David Copperfield, magician, walking. Let's see if there's any gates for this little lady. Is that him walking through the Great Wall of China? That's David Copperfield flamingo footing through the Great Wall of China. Did you see David Copperfield? He walked through a solid foot. It's 10 foot wide, that bridge. 10 foot wall. He walked straight through it. He made the Statue of Liberty disappear. Copperfield, no gates. Oh, you let me down, David. Or should I say, Davina. Oh, it's really stiffing me. Sacrilege. Let's get rid of the word magician and search again and see what comes up. Oops. Oh my gosh, David Copperfield walking, that's what I wanted. There's one right there. Is that Claudia? It is. Look at the size of Claudia. In the feet alone, by their feet alone. David Copperfield is a woman in flamingo footlook with a broken leg because the foot and knee is going outwards. Claudia Schiffer has got perfectly straight legs, and all you can get in there is an isosceles, very tall triangle. Tall, thin triangle. This one, we got diamonds, baby. There is a gate right there for David Copperfield. It's not very good though. Another one there. That's no good either. That's no good. Houston. We have a problem. What's my back file saying? There is a Copperfield. There's two of them. There's two of them. Alright, let's put David Copperfield up. I can't find the gates online. It looks like they're starting to delete gates, folks. Because I've got two David Copperfields here and they've both got gates, but none of these pictures showed. Oh my gosh. Mouse! There. Where? Over there. I saw a mouse. Where? Over there. Bink. Gates, look. Look at that one there. She's doing ballet in that picture. David Copperfield fails forensics, boys and girls. Oh, I forgot to copy and paste the stream, did I? David Copperfield. The DC code. Let me just go to home. Live. Pause. Copy. Paste. Do 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 do. Right, now it's copied. Right, let's come back. I'm back. I am looking at David Copperfield's gate for you. Inline ballerina from Flamingo inline, and the second one has got. Look at them pear-shaped hips. Look at the long legs, short body. Again, full mints. Look at this one doing ballet. Literally doing ballet there. We're done. David Copperfield fails forensics with his big Mankenstein bride. Look at that face. It looks horrendous to me now. That's a supermodel apparently. Until you see his dick. We're done. David Copperfield. Let's swap that one out. Let's cut you out for the channel. David Copperfield. David Copperfield. Lovely. Hold that one there. Right. Bink. Bosh. Let's have a look up here. Yeah. Kim Wilde, not famous enough. Joe Exotic, Tiger King show. Samantha Fox. Yeah, go on, let's do Samantha Fox. Can't say no to that. Because I jacked off to him. My bad. Forgive me, Father, for I have sinned. Right there. Copperfield's uploaded. Let's come back to Samantha Fox. Back file. Fox should find you. Searching. Whilst it searches for Samantha Fox, we will have a look at him. The older he got, the more manlier this one got. If someone tried to tell me in my teenage years whilst I was spanking the monkey to him that I was doing it to a man and not realising, I wouldn't have believed them. I wouldn't have believed that you could make boobs on a man like that. That's his new lesbian boyfriend. Look at the size of that behemoth. Look at that hand. Tell me, does your wife have a claw, a mitt, a brick his hand like that? Literally, that thing can hold a pint glass and make it look like half a pint. He's a big fellow on the left, isn't he? I don't know who that is. Must be the boyfriend. The death of his wife. Samantha Fox heartbreak after his wife died. His wife? I don't think so. Look at the size of his hand. This must be an odd couple, right? An odd relationship, right? Because it's an odd couple. Two dudes with boobs. They both got pork swords. So I don't know what they're doing in the bedroom with each other, but... Look at that male gaze. Look at the distance in their eyes. The distance in your eyes. Look how the chin is still massive. It's been bolted on. Look at that. They tried to make it slope look like a woman to give an egg shape, but it doesn't, does it? It just gives a very weird look to the face. When he was younger, he got away with it, look. As he got older, the cheekbones got bigger, the jawbone got thicker, look. This one's an ex-glamour model from England, and then became a singer, right? Singer? Is it big in Russia? She's big in Russia or something. Germany, I don't know. Like David Hasselhoff. David Hasselhoff is absolutely a megastar in Germany for singing. Not for movies, for singing. And Germany's a big country. She must have made tens of millions out of them. Samantha Fox.
They say she's a singer. I don't think she became a singer, do you? I can't name any of Samantha Fox's songs. Do you know who that looks like? That looks like... Is it Riley Gaines? Is that the right person I'm thinking of? Yeah, that's what it reminds me of. Riley Gaines. Hey, look at that brow bone. That's a beast. Let's have a look at it in big. Oof, I want a proper look at it. That'll do. Oof, look at that brow bone in the corner. I'm that one lot. You see it? You do see it, right? Boom. Riley Gaines, look. Samantha Fox. Ex-Page 3 star. / singer. / lesbian. If anyone from England, did you ever see that bartending show? It was on in the 80s, 90s when Sam was big. And no, it was actually, it might have been in the late 90s, after she was big. And she got drunk on the show and had a go at one of the bartenders who was, at the time I thought he was a screaming queen. But now I'm thinking about it, it might have been an FTM. Might well have been an FTM arguing with his MTF whilst drunk on television. Live. Because it was like a live nightclub show thing. Where Sam was meant to be the manager. And, well, it was a flop. Like a tits. Samantha Fox. Honestly, all them men out there, especially at my age, they all know who Samantha Fox is. They've all jacked off to him. How does it feel? Tell me now, how does it feel to spank it for a man? Samantha Fox is trans. I'm telling you now, the world, when this all spills, they're going to reel from it, right? They are. I know I did. I was just in utter shock when I started realising that glamour models and porn stars were in on this as well. Because I've seen the tits, I've seen the vaginas. It's shocking, isn't it? Sam Fox, straight legs, knees together. That's a man. Straight legs, knees together. Male stride. He's trying to perfect a woman, but look at the up and down body. Like a pencil look. Nothing womanly about it. It's just a bloke with big, fake tatas. Another one there. Stomping. He is absolutely stomping there. How does it feel? Tell me now. That's a big girl in the background, isn't it? Now, how does it feel to treat me like you do? Do. Look at the way the man's foot flips the opposite way to a woman's when trying to in-walk. Oh my gosh, is that Samantha Fox? We're done. Look at the state of that. That's just a bloke, look at his arm. And he's doing a dirty baffo right in my face, look. Is that Vanessa Feltz? It is. Look at the size of Vanessa Feltz's head. I thought Sam Fox had a big head. Look at that bad boy. To treat me like you do. How does it feel? Straight legs, needs to have a space between his doodahs. Because of the balls. Well, it's not because of the balls, it's because of the shape of the hips. It stops you from rubbing your balls, that's for sure. And that the husband, that is the husband that he married, look. They both got straight legs, knees together, look. They're both men. That could be Amy Winehouse's big brother for all I know. It looks like him, doesn't it? Treat me like you do. How does it feel? Uh-oh. Tell me now, how does it feel? What do you mean I can't tell by looking? I don't know who they are. That is not Samantha Fox. Myra Stratton. That's Myra Stratton. I don't know who that is. Right. I cannot put it any easier to you than this. Which one of them's got further apart eyes? Who's got the long face? This one reminds me of Rob Brydon. It really does. I'm seeing Rob Brydon. It's a tic-tac shaped head, look. It opens outwards, look. Whereas the man's draws inwards, look. The long face of an FTM, the wide face of an MTF. And I do not know what that thing is in the background. Maybe they're at a Star Wars show and that's Jabba the Hutt. Samantha Fox is a dude, final answer. He married a bloke, and yet so many men in England have jacked off to this person in our younger days without knowing. Forgive me, Father, for I knew not what I did. It pushes the envelope, doesn't it, of what you think is real and what isn't. If you can jack off to them, then you could kiss one. If you could kiss one, you could have a blowjob from one. If you could have a blowjob from one, you could have sex with one. Particularly when you're drunk, fellas. I'm so glad I want a drinker. If there are millions of them right in front of me and I can't see them in my own town, right? Because you're talking about them being everywhere. That's mental. Isn't it? That I can't see them. When I can see all of these, but I can't see them in real life. I told you I've seen 3 total. 6 years of doing this. 4 total. Like surprise ones. Out of the blue. Just, I didn't know them. I didn't know them from Adam. They might even be open trans. I don't know. But 4 FTMs is what I've seen in 6 years. And I go out every day. I walk Marlow. I agree. They are in all the big jobs in your own towns, your cities, your villages. Masonic lodges in every town, village, everywhere. So they've got all the top jobs. They take the judges' jobs, the doctors' jobs, the lawyers' jobs. I'm not saying that you can't become a judge. You can't become a lawyer or a barrister. I'm just saying you'll find it a lot harder to access that doorway that you're trying to get through. For example, if you've got a daughter that's beautiful with big boobs and she wanted to be a page 3 model, it's not going to happen. She might get to be a model and she might get to become a glamour model, but she won't become Samantha Fox. That's the difference. Your son can become a footballer, but he's not going to play for Man United. I don't even think he'll play for the lower teams. I've got to be honest with you. I just can't find the pictures on the lower teams. Like, it's why I want famous people. Famous people have pictures for me to look at and gates for me to check. And you know as well as I do, it only takes a couple of pictures like this. Look at the mincer on the left with a shoulder tilt. I said it was a big girl in the other picture. Where is it? That one from the flamingo. Said it was a big girl, look. Same with the one with a broken leg with the ski whiff legs. There's a bloke here as well. This looks like a bloke. We can tell by the distance in your eyes. We can tell by the width of your dental arch. We can tell by the ratio of your fingers. And we can certainly tell by the way you walk. Sam Fox, we're done. It's a dude. Final answer. If you can't handle the truth, I can't help you. I really can't. I'm just your messenger. You'll get another message, I'm sure. God is a loving God. He's merciful. You might not have got the first message. He'll send you another one. He'll send you another messenger. He might have to send you dozens before he gets here. I don't know. All I know is I got the message. And all I want to do is spread it. That God exists. God is real. They lied about everything, boys and girls. Everything, including the shape of men and women. Sam Fox right there. Do you know what? That could do with an update. Yeah, we'll update it. Let's close that window. I've still got it open, haven't I? Yeah. Sam Fox. Let's take these gates. That's the one I want. There, save image. as we tiptoe through the tulips. Two. Let me go back a picture because there was another nice one there. Three. I told you this one was a dude. I told you it was a dude. Straight legs, knees together, space between his feet. Yeah, 4 flip-flops in 6 years, Luke. That's what I've seen. Out and about, looking at people in Grimsby. One owns a guitar shop, one was shopping in B&Q, and 2 of them were holding hands in public at a school crossing when I looked at the feet and came up and saw bearded women. That's it, that's all I've seen. I've seen some other proper open ones. Of course I have. The T-virus is spreading worldwide. It was funny because I was in Lidl's. I was talking to a mate. I just explained all this to him. I got to the checkout and the till, I'm not kidding you, in front of me, in high heels, in the biggest, gingerest fox coloured fur coat you've ever seen in your life, was the biggest MTF you could ever imagine. It was wearing high heels, which made it stand nearly 7 foot tall. It was clunking. And it was so funny because the guy that I just explained all this to was in front of him getting his shopping. And whilst he was bagging, he still hadn't seen him whilst he was bagging up. And I leant out from behind the MTF and I was just looking at my mate with the, like, froggy eyes, like, towards the MTF in front of me. And when my mate, like, looked up from bagging, he almost burst out laughing because of the size of the MTF. Honestly, he was massive. And when he gave the money to the checkout girl, his hand, honestly, they were like shovels. Yeah, I've seen them, but I'm talking about ones that look like the one in the guitar shop is definitely a secret flip-flop, without a shadow of a doubt. Race went through a whole coven of them. From finding that one FTM, he found a whole coven of people. He even went to school with them. His girlfriend that he's with now had a bit of a fling with one of the ones we found. Not him, but his sister, the brother. It's so messed up what children are. Right, I got a love bite on my neck when I was a child. I wasn't being messed around with by one of these. That's what happened to Rachel's girlfriend. She was messed around with by one of these. She thought it was a girl, but it's actually a boy. And she only knows that from Rach, from teaching her all these markers. She now knows that she was touched by a boy instead of a girl. And she also knows that that boy's brother is actually a sister, the one that Rach went to school with. And that came from looking at someone in a guitar shop. It's funny because I had a big argument with that FTM of a flat earth and this without realising she was sat right in front of me. Rach picked up on her straight away. Said, "That's a woman, Dad." I said, "It isn't." He went, "I'm telling you, Dad, that's a woman. Fuzzy Wuzzy was a woman." And then he proved it to me using pictures he'd found on the internet like this. He found 4 pictures of the said person with a band. Even the local bands are flipped, I'm telling you, because that's where they pick their talent from, the talent pool. So, spend all your money like you like sending little Dorothy to ballet lessons. She's never going to be a ballerina. Spend all the money you like on football lessons for little Johnny. He's never going to become a footballer. And gentlemen, I'll show you it one more. Look at them. Look. Look at that demon face in that kneecap. It's got eyes and everything. I'm only going to tell you this once. Men walk like this, marching with straight legs, knees and feet pointing forward. No curves there whatsoever. I don't care if you've seen Samantha's tits. I don't care if you've seen her vagina. I don't think she ever did bottomless, did she? She was a tucker. But It doesn't matter what you say, the skeleton doesn't lie. It will never lie. These people get caught out on a skull check, I'm telling you. Just recently, I'm not going to mention any names, someone got caught out just on a skull check. When you know how to skull check people properly, and the way to do it is to observe this picture. There is a space above the skull, there is a space below the skull. If I move this skull up to the top of the page, half of it will be skull and half of it will be space. So you're looking for pictures that are 50-50. 50% face, 50% space. Like this, space above, space below. It's a little bit small, that one, just a little bit. I've been doing this long, I can tell when it's a little bit small or a little bit big, but it doesn't matter, because when you bring it in, only one of them's still only going to fit, and it'll, even before you get it there, you'll be able to see what it is. I urge you all to practice and learn how to do 50-50 picturing with skulls. When you can do it, you'll have an answer for anybody you put under a skull. It doesn't matter who it is. You test it on yourself first. The first thing I did was test it on myself. Did it to myself, and I was just amazed. Wow. Wow. He's got a wide jaw. He's got a thick brow bone. He's got a big triangle. That face is massive. Short forehead. Sam Fox, final answer is a man. I'll take that as your face, Sam. And we're done. Samantha Fox fails forensics. Let's shut that one down. Open up a new one. Who we got next? Grimes. Never heard of it. Steve Carell. You mean Carell? Steve Carell. I don't know if I've done Steve Carell. Have I already done it? I can't remember. Steve Carell. She's one of my favourite comedian actors, modern day. I might have already done this one. Let's find out. Paste. No, don't come up. Go on then, let's do Steve Carell. We'll have that one. Bink. Let me cut out Samantha Fox for this channel. Samantha Fox. Samantha. Oh. Samantha Fox. Lovely. Right, let's come back into class. Grimes. Never heard it. What is it? A band? Steve Carell. I loved The American Office. I really did. I liked The 40-Year-Old Virgin. Evan Almighty I liked as well. I quite like Steve Carell as I don't know. I guess it's because the female comedians. I like female comedians. But The Office... Oh, it just made me laugh. So even the English or American version of it was funny, but they did way more episodes for this one, didn't they? There's his man bride. Look at his clavicles. Look at his place to put Mama's spicy meatballs. You want a wee wee? You want a wee wee? 1 second, I'll be right back. You want a wee wee? You want a wee wee? You want a wee wee? Go get a drink, you do it. Come on. Ah. Is that nice? That's what you wanted. You wanted a drink. You did want a drink. It's that second walk, doesn't it? Right. Where do you want me to start? The place to put Mama Spicy Meatball, the 10-foot long clavicle, the male neck, the square jaw with an extended chin, the deep set eyes, the large low set ears look, the large wide mouth, the sloping forehead versus the widest forehead look. Dental arches, little female dental arch look, massive male wide dental arch. Look at the two pictures. They say you can't tell by looking, but males have this wide dental arch look. Males have this wide dental arch look. Women have a narrow, if you look at it from below. Little smiles on women. Where I live, I can't say that's the same all over the world. I can't. There are going to be places like Hollywood, which is going to have way more probability. Because they all live there, and all the stars are flipped, which means all the families are flipped around them. Where they live, all the shops and everything will be full of flip-flops. Can't wait for a natural-born person to discover this in Hollywood, who lives there, who's going to start filming everything. Poncho was right. Look, I've topped my camera out, and this is what I see everywhere I look. The American Office, I love that show. No, God, please, no. Look at that little mouth. That's got to be one of the funniest clips in The Office when Toby comes back. That was good. It was a good show. It did make me laugh. It's one of the only modern day TV shows that's been able to make me laugh. Most of the other stuff I watch, it's meant to be a comedy. I just don't find it funny. Steve Carell. Rounded, open eye socket look. Rounded, open eyes. Lacking brow bone. Small, high set ears. Sharp A forehead. Widest in the hairline. Sloping jawline look. No jawbone. Pink lips. Steve Carell. Yes, it does look like Alice Cooper. There's videos out there that say this is Alice Cooper. Someone messaged me on Twitter earlier on saying Richard Pryor is Steve Harvey. I was trying not to laugh so much. I was trying to deadpan a joke out of that. Dang it. They say that Richard Pryor is Steve Harvey, two first names. It's an absolute joke. It really is. All the stuff about masks as well. When people get old, things sink and jolt a bit, especially these people, because they've had loads of surgery. They've had nips and tucks and stretches. So it looks like they're wearing masks. I'm not saying that they don't wear masks in some occasions, but to be doing it all the time, they'd never get away with it. You'd get caught. He's got a big neck, hasn't he? Him? Is that his wife? No. Will Ferrell would do a close set eyes look. We just need some walking pictures. Steve Carell. Walking. Yeah, there we go. Hawking. Yep, I can see some. Did I put Steve Carell in the back file? No, I didn't. Let's put Steve Carell in there. Steve C should find him. Whilst it searches for Steve Carell, we will. Oh, I watched this the other day on YouTube. There's some real funny bits in it. It did make me laugh. But because I know they're all women now, it's not as funny as it was the first time round. Things that certain jokes that they pull and stuff, it's not to make the audience laugh, it's to mock the audience. Look at that ski whiff just there. I was just about to leave, but look at Steve Carell right there. Look at that beautiful full mince on Steve Carell with the foot twisted and going out towards 4 o'clock. And a shoulder tilt. Steve Carell, failing forensics. There's a nice one from Flamingo. Straight-legged husband with a long neck there. Is that Steve Carell? It is. It's not very good. That one's nice. So's that one. Let's have a look at this one. Inline footfall. She's a girl. Shoulder tilt again. There's another one. From the side. But look at that mince, darling. That's Bruce Willis. Surely that's Bruce Willis. Steve Carell is that looks. That looks like Bruce Willis. In Flamingo. From Flamingo again. Look at the diamond that they create. Women walk differently to men because of your hips. Because of your childbearing hips, you have to rotate the hip, pushing one foot in front of the other. Just like that is what we're talking about. From Flamingo to full mince. I've got plenty of training videos. They're on my channel. You go to my channel. If you want to watch videos, look, you go to oldest, not popular. You can go to popular. That's the ones that have been watched the most. Oldest. So it'll take you right back to the list because I've added 900 videos since I started doing this. Apparently, what was it on? I'm sure it was only on 1,000 videos when we started making these little ones. I think I've already added 900 celebrities nearly. So there's quite a long list to go down there now. So you go to oldest first, and it'll bring up the oldest movies from the back. Look at that Tic Tac. My training videos are in the bottom end section, Flat Earth, and then the training videos are here somewhere. UFC Action Heroes Royal Edition. Boxers is here. TV show there. Tyson Fury, look, you asked for Tyson Fury, Mike Tyson, they're there in the Boxers edition. Tennis players, shows from the 80s, etc. Actually, there's a playlist. There. This one. Yeah, there you go. Let me post that. Copy. Paste. Bosh. There's the playlist. Right. So, you have no excuses not to understand this subject. There are plenty of videos from other people. Alright, they don't teach the way I do, but the information's there still. It's just not as condensed as the way I do. I condense it, right? Women walk in line with the feet kicking outwards with the knees in suit look. When you run with your elbows out compared to the man who keeps his elbow in look. Look how it's in here, but hers is out look. See it? Elbows in versus elbows out when running. That's why Steven Seagal looks like a fanny when she runs. There's another nice one. They can't, Jared, I love your work. They cannot hide it from you once you know the truth. Jesus said, ye shall know the truth, and the truth shall set ye free. If that's the devil talking, why does the devil want you to be free? He doesn't. Why did he do all this? So you could be enslaved with him in hell. Steve Carell is a girl, proven by the way she walks, folks. Deny it all you like. There's no skin off my nose. I'll see you all at the gates of heaven. When God casts you out. Bink, give me that. There we go. I've got 2 Steve Carells as well. Steve Carell. Where's that gone? I've just seen it and now it's gone. SSST. What on earth? Why is going there? Am I just being stupid here? I've just seen 2 of them and now they've vanished. I'm going to have to search it again. Right, search again. There's definitely 2 Steve Carells though. Right, we're done. Let's put that one over there. Let's pick another one out of the list. Do do do. Do 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 do. Right, I'll pick one. Steve Buscemi, I've done that one. Craig Robinson. I'll go on then. Why not? I do know who it is. She's from The Office, isn't she, as well? Craig Robinson. Son of Rancode. Yep. This one's in the American Office. Craig Robinson. Images. I've done this one. Check the back file real quick. Copy. Paste. Steve Carell. I forgot to put you up there. Do do do. Do 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 do. Steve Carell. Give me that. Na 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 na. Da 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 da. Steve Carell. Oh, the caps lock's on. Knackers to it. Alright, come back to class. Craig Robinson. Let's see if we've got Craig in the back of C-R-A-I-G-R. Craig R should find you if I've got you. Let's have a look. In the meantime, Daryl from the... Is it Daryl? I can't remember what she's called in the office. She's widest in the hairline, that's for sure. 5 head. Sloping, rounded, soft jawline. Look at that 5 head. Doesn't matter which nation we go to, the parameters that God created stay the same. Women have a 5 head. Arching eyebrow. Right, look at the arching eyebrows, look, with no brow bone. Soft eyes. Pudgy little cheeks. Soft sloping jawbone. Widest in the hairline. Now look at this one. Look at this Mankenstein, right? Look at that neck. Look at his jawbone. Look at the fat woman here with no hair. Teeth heads. Yeah, everywhere I look, teeth heads. Is that his wife? Oh, that's his wife. That's not him though, is it? No, that's not. That's someone else. Whoever it is though, she's an effing mincer, and he's a bloke in a blue dress lot. Boys with boobs in dresses of blue. We're looking at Craig Robinson from The Office. That's who it is. Is it Daryl? It is Daryl. Daryl from The Office. Small face, look. Big head, small face. Big head, small face. Small head, big face. The opposites. Inversion. That's what you're looking at, a woman that's been inverted. Craig Robinson, are you in my back file? I don't think she is actually, Daryl. Craig Revel Howard. No, there is no. That means there's no Gates. This person's not famous enough, Peter. Is it? Yeah, there's not even a single gate. Right, let's change it off. Walking. It's no good. Da, 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 da. Oh, there is a gate. From Flamingo. Is that him as well? That's it. Is that air? That's a nice mince there. From Flamingo here. There. Gotcha. Full mince. Game over. It's a woman. Final answer. And again, inline footfall for Craig Robinson. And another one there. Look at that arm akimbo. Oh, she's strutting like a girl there. Please does punch with a coffee. I think that'll do it, right? That was 5 gates. Let's take them pictures because I haven't got this one. Populations, normal people, hermaphrodites, inverts who transition by will, and all these covert ones. I don't know that's in reference to Agent D. As far as I'm concerned, it's just these flip-flops and us. I can't prove none of the other stuff. If I can't prove it in a courtroom, I can't use it. This I can use in a courtroom. Like the barrister I spoke to earlier on, I would literally run rings round him here in court, talking about this person or any other flip-flop. I'd run rings round them because I've studied this subject. I've studied biology and the human skeleton for 6 years. I want you to know everything about this subject. I'm not bothered about all the bones and what the names are. I can't name all 276 bones that you're born with. I can't. You end up with 206 because 70 of them fuse together. I can't name you them all, I can't. But I can describe them to you. I can show you what they look like when they're on the appendages are on living beings. God wants to set you free. It's just if you want to be set free. It's the problem. And most people are happy with the lie that they live in. Most people don't care if they've been lied to as well. That's the hardest part, when you find out the earth's flat and you don't care. How can you not care that someone's lied to you about it? Why? If they've not even got that common sense question to ask them. Why? Right, so the earth is flat, but why? Why would you hide that from me? As if that question's not even in their minds. Craig Robinson, son of Mancode, fails forensics. She did have pictures. She was famous enough. My bad. Let's close that window. Let's cut out Craig Robinson. Oh, who did I just miss? I've missed someone else as well. Who was on Birds Flying High? Steve Carell. I didn't cut out Steve Carell. Craig Robinson. Let's do you first. And then we'll put up Steve Carell. Craig Robinson. Son of Mancode. And then let's cut another one out for Steve Carell. Steve Carell. Create. Right, gotcha. Let's come back to class. Let's add another one. Who's next on this list? Nick Swardson, never heard of him. Adam Sandler, we've done Adam Sandler. Kevin, have we done Kevin Hart? We must have done Kevin Hart. Sure, I have done Kevin. I'd be surprised if she ain't up there. Kevin Hart. There's a transvestigation channel out there. It says I haven't done him. I could have sworn I've done it. Okay. There's a transvestigation channel out there that says Kevin Hart is a man. I used to really like that channel as well. Kevin Hart. There's a picture of Kevin Hart with David Beckham, and the transvestigator is saying, quite clearly you can see David's a girl because of this, and this. And he goes to Kevin and goes, but Kevin's got a square head, he's got this, he's got that. And I was just thinking, no, he hasn't. He's all 4 foot of a nubbet. Honestly, Kevin Hart's got to be one of the smallest women in Hollywood, right? She's tiny in comparison to someone like The Rock. That's the comparison of what real women in size should look like, and this is what they've been doing to him. Kevin Hart. Never trust a man whose eyes are too close together. Dental's too small. Ears too small and too high. Sloping jawbone. She's had a jaw implant. But she's still got sloping shoulders, look. No trachea, no Adam's apple. It's a girl, final answer. Is that his wife? Oh, you're being done right there, aren't you? What do you mean I can't tell by looking? Who we're doing? Kevin Hart. Kevin Hart. Search. Again, I used to like Kevin Hart quite a lot. And the moment I discovered this subject, I'm repulsed, literally repulsed by them, knowing that they're here to lie. And that's what they do. Every day they tell you that they're men when they're actually women. They tell you that they're women when they're actually men. And when you try and point out anything that's truthful, like the flat earth, fake dinosaurs, they call you schizophrenic. Which is the pot calling the kettle black, right? Of course it is, because you can go to any psychiatrist handbook, and anybody who's thinks that there's something else than that they actually are, it's called schizophrenia, split personality. I'm sorry, but I'm happy being a natural, normal, straight guy. I don't want to have sex with men with boobs. I don't want to have sex with women with beards. I like the way God made it. Look at the rock there. Kevin Hart taking the piss, look. Look at the rock there. That's got to be one of the most faggiest pictures. Look at those hips. That's got to be the most faggiest picture of the rock there is. And the pictures are in pink shirts and all of this, but that right there with a fanny pouch. Let's go back. If you can explain to me why Hollywood couples look like this, i.e. the man is shorter than the woman, that'd be nice. You're welcome. The whole point of Hollywood is to keep you captivated, spellbound, if you like, so that you don't notice the real world around you. In the real world, women don't stand over their husbands like this. They don't. It's very rare. Scott up the road does. Scott is a short guy though, and his girlfriend's about my size, 5'8", 5'10". So there is this offset in Scott and his wife, but she is all woman, I'm telling you, and he's a little short bloke. It's very rare I see this in real life, like with Scott and his wife. Every other couple down my street, it's the man that's bigger than the woman. Every time. At most, the woman's the same height as the man. Never this way round. Very sparsely, shall I say. Not never, but very sparsely do I see couples like this. And when you do see a couple like this, it should be an indicator straight away. Or at least it should be an alarm call to your senses to say, take a closer look, because the woman's taller than the man. Straight away. Same if she's wider than the man. Your attention. All I can tell you is, like I said, I've only seen 4 out of the blue flip-flops ever in the time I've been doing this. But because I've been doing it so long, when I saw them, it was instantly, it was like RoboCop scanning a criminal. I was like, feet, arms, all the way up the body until something registers in my brain. I do it all the time. I can just, when I'm walking down the street, I see normal couples, normal gates, normal families riding normally on bikes. Everywhere I look, I'm always scanning. I tell you, the day I walk into a room full of them, that'll be funny. Because you're just going to hear my laugh. You're not fooling me, flip-flops. I walk straight back out the door. The truth of the matter is that the devil has done this. I know you don't believe in the devil for most of you, and most of you don't believe in God and Jesus. I'm not here to push that down your throat. You have to take it slowly when it comes to God, and hate the word religion, to religion you. I was having a chat with Alex earlier on. Alex said it. He's doubting that the Bible's the truth, and I said, I've already been through it. I've already argued this with myself. The Masons wrote it. It's a copyrighted book to the copyright of the English Crown. All monies go to the English Crown for the KJV Bible. But when you look into the KJV Bible, there was 20,000 differences between that and the Geneva, or that and the Tinsdale, and 15,000 between that and the Geneva, something like that. So the book's been changed and translated in a million different ways. There's been books kept out of it. He was talking about the Gospel of Thomas, which I've listened to. Whatever books have got all the truth in it, God will give us to them, giving them to us when the time's right. For now, he wants you to take that leap of faith that is real. That's right. The Bible said, Jesus said, man doesn't get into heaven on his works alone. So me doing all of this and rejecting God and Jesus and everything is no good. There's a certain amount of faith that has to come into it, because you truly don't know for sure what's coming after this life. Neither do I. I just know it's God. I don't know what comes after it. I don't know if it's heaven. I don't know if it's another body. I don't know if it's another world. Maybe God gives us all an earth to ourselves. Imagine that. I've got no idea. All I do know is that God exists because I'm here. This world, this realm that I'm existing in, these thoughts that I have, these conclusions that I come to, that's because I'm made in God's image. In the image of God created he them. Alex was also talking about the Gnostic Christians who say that God, or at least the one they call Yahweh, is a second God that God created and gave him a world and hid himself from, and the first thing he did was make another God and hide himself. I think that's how he read it to me, yeah. All I can admit in all of this is that there is a creator, and he must love us for God to allow this to keep on happening. He must have a purpose and a plan for each and every one of us. He must love us to allow suffering to continue. That the heartache in this world that's caused because of these people and their schemes and their plans and their psyops, the heartaches that are in this world, the tears that have been soaked into this world because of these people, because of Satan, is unfathomable. And they've been doing it almost since the dawn of time, apparently. If I can date this back to Babylon, and they was getting away with it in Babylon, then you can put it another 1,000 years in front of that. Kevin Hart is a liar and a deceiver. His wife has got bigger, wider eyes than him. She doesn't have the biggest clavicles look in the world, but she's not the tallest of men, is she? Because Kevin's tiny. If you gave her Dwayne Johnson for a boyfriend, it would look like The Odd Couple. It still does look like The Odd Couple, doesn't it? Tell me, who's got the bigger, wider face? The cannonball head is there, look, because it's wider in the cheekbones. This one is widest in the hairline. It's got a long face, look. The triangle is small. The triangle is huge, look. Just draw them in your mind. I told you, study the videos, learn how to do this for yourself, learn about the skulls, learn about the legs and the gaits and the arms and the knuckles and digit ratios, learn all these markers that I'm here to teach you. So you know them off by heart. I know that there's plenty of students out there, I'm not going to mention your names, that have learned to do this so thoroughly. I mean, some of them even do their own pictures and stuff. My gratitude goes out to you, it really does. I'm grateful that you listen to me, I'm grateful that you learn. I'm glad that you know these things the way I do. 1,000 years, fake years, yeah, that's to let the little season be true. If they added 1,000 years on, then we're at only 1,250 years, which means we're about to end the little season this year. 2025 is the end of the little season. If it started in 1776, which would explain why the Statue of Liberty's got chains on it, because it's Lucifer chained in hell, being released, and that's what the statue was for. And then Lucifer gets to run amok for 250 years on Earth until the end of this year. That's if we're in the little season. If not, then we're in Revelations. Tell me, does it feel like lots of things are being revealed to you? And I won't add anything else to it. This is a dude with a bowling-sized head. This is a tic-tac shaped woman in the head. Kevin wants me to be quiet. Shh, shush, he said. I won't be quiet. No, Kevin, you're a little tart. You got a Getty image. You got close set eyes. You got small eye set ears. You got a wide forehead, and you got a false chin. Kevin Hart's a mincer. Never trust a man whose eyes are too close together. Walking. We're done. Look at that beautiful flamingo foot. I'm akimbo. I think forensics is the finest gift from God. I really do. I think it's going to be taught around the world when people pick up on this, because this is a rollout. The more people I am teaching and you teach, these people are going to start rolling themselves out openly. I'm telling you now, mark my words, right? It's a gut instinct I've got that as this gets deeper and deeper, you're going to have Kevin come out and say, I used to be a girl. And then someone else. And then all the fans will be like, oh, poor Kevin. Oh, Kevin, I feel so bad for you, Kevin. Kevin, there's people living down the street in tents where I live. They're living in the woods in cardboard boxes, Kevin. So now I don't feel sorry for fucking Kevin and his 8-foot tall Amazonian princess man bride. No, I don't. I feel sorry for what's happened to them, I do. That they've been changed like that. But they chose to continue this charade, this lie. Kevin, or whatever her name is, pretended to be Kevin and carried on pretending to be Kevin. It's blasphemy of the Holy Spirit. You know you're a girl. Pretending to be a boy for money, fame and riches. None of it you can take into the next world where God's waiting for you. When I told Christy, my friend, about bearing in mind Christy's been friends with her all her life, went to the wedding, all the rest of it, the first thing she said was, oh, poor Jack and Amanda. And I was, I freaked out on her. What do you mean? Are you living in £1 million house, Christy? No, you're not. Do you have lots of days when you worry about your bills and stuff? Because they don't. These people don't worry about bills or anything. Everything they show you about, I'm in financial difficulties. What? With 4 fucking houses? Oh, excuse my language. Excuse me, that's twice I've sworn in the space of 5 minutes. Look, my sorrow goes out to the children in this world that still have to live in poverty. The answer, this is the best part of it, right? You want to tell me that your IQ is high, you've got degrees, you're smarter than me, I'm schizophrenic. No, not food near me. Sure, I just want food. Auto prediction. Food. It's still going to show it. You're going to tell me, right, that we're not mental when all of this food is given to us by God for free. We can grow it in the ground. We can get it from the sea. We can get it from the air. We can get sources of food from all three places, land, sea and air. And it's free. God gave it to us for free. What do we do now? We sell it to each other. Free food, we sell it to each other. Don't even get me started on houses and rent. Don't even get me started on houses and rent. You want me to believe there's no God? Tell me, where did all this idea for food come from? Let's just take bread for an instant, right? God created flour, wheat, right? He created a plant that grows in the ground, and when you grind it down, it becomes wheat and flour. With that flour, you can make all sorts of pastries and cakes and donuts and everything. But let's just talk about the bread that comes from the wheat. We can make all sorts from it. You can toast it. You can make it into sandwiches. You can have flat bread. You can have stone bread. You can have all these... The abundance just in bread alone, let alone talking about spices, herbs, cheeses. Don't even get me started. God made all of this for free. And we charge each other for it. Not only do we charge for the free food, but we charge for the free land. Apparently the world, all of us, were in $356 trillion worth of debt. To whom? To whom do I owe 376 made up trillion dollars? Because it's made up, it's fictional. Only because they say so. Don't question the matrix. Don't question the idea that they've got. That's what they don't want. God took care of everything. Yes, he did. He made sure that we needed for nothing. And these people make us want for everything. To the point that they'll tax you on your drinking water. Everything on earth needs water. Everything. But even plants. It's a gift from God. It never runs out. It comes from the fountains of the deep. But you're not allowed access to that pure, clean, sparkling water. You have to wait for it to be pumped into a filtration unit where they're going to put fluoride in the bastard. Oh, I nearly swore. Fluoride in it. This world, I hate it. I can't stand it. And the reason is, Jesus already told me, it's because I'm not of this world. I'm not. I can't wait to go home. I can't wait to be with Jesus. Jesus is my big brother and God is my heavenly Father. And I can't wait to be with him. Because this shithole, I've done it again. This crap hole of a world that I was born into doesn't care. The masses do not care. I don't know if they ever will care. I don't know if they ever will care. Like you and I do. I don't ever know if God's going to touch them and show them the kingdom the way he showed it to us. And it really does. It breaks my heart. It gives me great anxiety and pain that my best friends and family and all this don't care. And when it actually comes down to it, they will care. There'll be great wailing in their hearts and gnashing of their teeth. And God's going to say, I sent you a messenger. I sent you someone who loved you. Your best friend, your brother, your sister, your dad, whatever you are to those people. God's amazing. Not only did he create a world full of millions of different flavours and smells and sights, he filled it full of millions of different minds, all alike but different. But they've all been lied to. We've all been lied to. And it's because of pigs like this. This is a pig. It scoffs at us as far as I'm concerned. It knows God exists. It knows what it's doing in this world. It knows how it's perverting the course of justice in this world. That's what they are. They're all perverts. Inverts and perverts. They go hand in hand. And as Beverly told me from the beginning, how can you trust anybody who's not being honest about their core identity? Kevin Hart from Flamingo twice. Look at that diamond. Look at that diamond. That's not Kevin Hart, but look at the diamonds on both of them. Full mints, Kevin Hart, arm akimbo, shoulder twisted. It's a woman. Final answer. And again. Oh no, it's not. Straight-legged boyfriend, no. Oh, it is there. It's because I saw those two shoes. I thought they were his feet. It's not. That's the fat bitch behind him. There. Full mints. It is a full mints. And another one there. Kevin Hart, full mints. All photos are admissible in court. I've got 20,000 memes ready to convict 20,000 celebrities for the lies they've told in this world. These people are the menaces in society. And when you can see them for that, life changes. It does. No longer am I scared of the propaganda that they've pushed on me. Meteorites landing on Earth, killing dinosaurs, we're next. Blah, 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 blah. Kevin Hart's a bitch. This whole world is full of bitches like Kevin Hart. There's nothing we can do about it. Except put your faith in God. It's going to take a miracle. If you can't see that it's going to take a miracle to sort this world out, then you're right, there is no God. Because only God could make that miracle come true. Only God. Kevin Hart, we did that one. Who's the one we didn't do? Craig Robinson, come here. Forgot to do it. Forgot to add it, look. It's not a very long one though, is it? No, it's just there. Craig Robinson. Missed you out. Kevin Hart, no. Craig Robinson. Oh wait, did I just do this one? I've got a feeling that it is up there and I didn't download it properly. I mean, it's already uploaded, that's a lot. Videos. Steve, yeah, I did rate. I've already done Craig Robinson. Steve Carell's done. Did I just load up Steve Carell again? I didn't, did I? No. I did the other one. Right, okay. Back to class. Cancel. Don't want that one. There we go. How you going, Annabelle? Sorry, Dan, I wasn't paying attention. What time is it? I've been going 2 hours, 10 minutes. Do you know what? I'll call that a day. I'm going to go play EDF. I want to play some AF Defence Force 6. That's what I'm going to play. God said he loves you. And he wants you to know that you were born into an inside out, upside down, back to front, tipsy, topsy, turvy world. Thank you very, very, very much for watching, boys and girls. Join me tomorrow, Friday Night Live, when we go on the hunt for some more celebrities to expose. Until then, sweet dreams, goodbye, and all you natural skull checkers and forensic students, my blessings are with you. Sweet dreams. Bye. Good night. Bye. Good night, Luke.